If the 2014 African Economic Outlook report is anything to go by, then Africa is a resilient continent economically. Amidst turbulence in countries like South Sudan and the Central African Republic, the continent has registered growth, with some countries posting exceptionally better results than others.
North Africa, since the advent of the Arab Spring, has been growing a lot more slowly for obvious reasons, which I need to explain here, dealing with the social cohesion issues that you all are aware of. It slowly but surely is beginning to cover, and we wish the region well. But Sub-Saharan Africa has been growing much more strongly. If you look at the growth, for instance, for 2012, of 4.9%, 5% for 2013, in 2014 and 2015, closer to 6%. That's our expectation.
East and West African countries have, however, registered higher growth compared to other parts of the continent. But even as we talk about this growth, questions of the push factors responsible still abide.
Again, do not underestimate the impact of domestic demand into Africa. It is driving a good part of Africa's growth. It's not just commodities, but sheer domestic demand or private consumption is part of the story. But also some of the issues we have to be aware of as we try to explain the growth story is the impact of the global economy on Africa, what is so-called the global spillovers. We've done a lot of work in the report looking at what will be the impact of Europe slowdown, US slowdown, China slowdown, BRICS slowdown in many different ways. So we have a fairly good idea. In a way, we've stress tested our focus against all what that could happen globally.
However, just because the continent is recording growth does not mean that all is rosy. There are still some bottlenecks that need to be addressed, and the issue of trading on the global market is one that needs to be taken seriously.
The more an economy is integrated in global value chain, the higher is the productivity. Why? Because working and specializing in a sector but be complementary to other activity, you learn. You sediment competencies over time. These phenomena allow to reduce the barriers to entry in business. You need a smaller capital, and therefore you can start, even if you are a small economy where the internal demand is not that big.
The next 50 years, the Africa we want. That is the theme for this year's Africa Development Bank's annual meeting. Though the numbers seem promising, the continent still has work to do in order to achieve growth. Taking full advantage of the natural resources, as well as more participation on the global markets, are just some of the things that the continent could do in order to spur growth. Ingrid Nantege, NTV, Kigali.